I love being at Penn because I feel like everything is possible here.
The main reason I think people should come to GSE is their ability to be innovative.
You're not restricted. You can really take your own idea and go with it.
Penn GSE is an incredibly exciting place.
I keep coming to the word intensive because it describes the level of energy, but also the level of attention.
I feel like I've kind of found this place where there are other people who are working to make the same change that I am and make it in a really educated kind of way.
We talk about real life, real world, real time education issues. There's just a lot happening here that is intellectually exciting.
I think it's an incredibly vibrant place. So you see so many people working on interesting projects that are at the intersection of research and practice. We're part of Penn. We're part of an Ivy League institution that has 12 incredible schools and lots of centers and resources that we can work with.
There's a strong passion here for really trying to push the field to think about things in new ways.
Penn it's gritty Ivy. You've got tremendously sharp people, a global institution. How do we help you move the field itself? The huge challenges in education today, and huge opportunities.
Penn GSE prepares so many different kinds of leaders. Leaders in industry, leaders for K-12 schools, leaders in higher education, leaders in medical education, teacher leaders, people who are in the classroom and leading from the classroom. And I think that's really remarkable across the program, that leadership is at the core of so many of these programs.
I wanted to go to a university that really valued interdisciplinary approaches to looking at research questions. And Penn was really accessible in providing me with kind of the opportunity to take classes across the university.
Every morning when I wake up, I'm really excited about what there is to do.
Penn GSE professors and students are all over the city of Philadelphia, and in fact, all over the world.
I think Penn GSE was actually one of the very first schools of education that began to work on this issue of global impact and international education in a very intentional way, not just through offering programs in it, but really bringing students to GSE who represented that international perspective, and then also beginning to do work across the world.
I think the students are committed to making a difference in the world around them. Most of our work is done in developing countries, also working with UN agencies. So we view this as a part of our global mission.
When I met with faculty members, these are people who you've been reading. When you do research, you see Dr. Hornberger or Dan Wagner, and when you come and meet them, you think they're going to be these very intimidating people who've done so much research, but when you come talk to them, they're the most relaxed people. They're so friendly, they make you comfortable, and it's like you're talking to a friend almost.
The faculty here are quite engaged, quite famous, in fact, but yet we still have time to develop deeply substantive relationships with students. And that is a point of pride for us.
The best thing about GSE is that it approaches education as something that is far beyond education alone. Professors and students are learning together. We interact, we communicate, we learn from each other. It's no longer this hierarchy between professors and students.
We want students to ground their educational approaches and their thinking about policymaking and practice in the leading cutting-edge research. And that's something that you will find in just about every class that is offered here, the expectation that students will connect the research to practice.
I'm in the teacher education program. So what that means is that I am doing all of my student teaching at the same time as taking classes at Penn. I'm lesson planning while I'm writing papers, while I'm reading theory, while I'm doing all these kinds of things. So that's been really beneficial. It can be really helpful to try what you just learned right away.
When I was researching programs, I was looking for one that had a very strong emphasis on social justice and education. And of all the programs I looked at, far and away, Penn GSE had that commitment the most. They really walked that walk.
The experience here encourages us to shape ourselves.
For a while now, I've been feeling I want to do something on my own. I want to do something meaningful and something that will make the world a better place. I can already see it. It's definitely launching me on a new journey. And as someone who's been on a few journeys before, I can say that this one is going to be pretty interesting and exciting.
Hopefully, at one moment, I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to be continuing my own research, and I'm going to be inspiring others the same way that I've been inspired here.
I could run a nonprofit organization, I could do research as my professional calling, I could return to administration, I could start my own business. And I really, really feel prepared to do just about any of those things.
We have alums making impact in the K-12 world, in the world of higher education, in the world of global education. And I think there's nothing more satisfying than actually to see the graduates of this school go out and make a difference in the world.